Hey, good early morning, everybody. I did not do my live stream last night. I was going to talk about Jon Gruden, which is what I'm doing right now, because I was just plain exhausted. So let me get to it now that I've got some rest. Jon Gruden has what I call a 1998 Jon Gruden Oakland Raiders offense playbook problem. And it's something I asked him about when I attended his press conference at the NFL Combine yesterday. But if you go to Google, and I would think this would be true for Bing or any other search engine, but if you go to Google and you type Jon Gruden Oakland Raiders Playbook 1998 and you click on images, you get images of pages from that playbook. Not the same ones, many different pages with plays like, for example, 29 Casino or Shallow Cross and so on. It is not something that you can find with any other coaches easily for the most part. For example, try typing Andy Reid Eagles playbook in Google and clicking on images. You're going to get, by a factor of, I would say, 99 to, I would say maybe 9 to 1, okay? 9 to 1, you're going to get pictures of just Andy Reid. And if you get one picture of a playbook page, it's not really from a playbook page. It's some stylized rendition of what a football play looks like, right? And sometimes those are technically incorrect, but I digress. With Jon Gruden, that's not the case. And the so what here is, if you're game planning for someone who has been out of football for a long time, and you find that, you can develop a book on what you think that person might do philosophically based on what they've done in the past. Now, that's why I made Gruden aware of it, because not everybody goes online to search exactly what their profile looks like or their life's work, right? And I was pretty certain that was the case for Jon Gruden. I think I'm right. So the question is, how does Jon Gruden avoid that? And I think he's on the right path. He says that, as he said to me, we're not going to use basically the 1998 offense. We're going to have new terminology, which is a big deal if you think about it, new plays, new approach, new formations. But when he said new terminology, that was huge, because this is a person who comes from the Bill Walsh / West Coast offense terminology. For example, a play would be something like brown right, H motion, sprint right, X post, okay? Or, a lot of you think about spider 2Y banana, but hey, Stanford uses that terminology too, same terminology. Spider 2Y banana is a concept that can be ran out of different formations. My point is, for Gruden to say he's going to basically walk away from that begs the question, what's he going to use? But to the extent that he can install this from scratch and teach it to his players, will prove how great a coach he really is, or people think that he is, coming back. Now, can he do it? I don't know if he can or can't. We have to see. I mean, we haven't seen him do it before, and there aren't blueprints out there like that he would need for this, okay? So to say yeah is ridiculous. We don't know. I am aware of the one pitfall that he mentioned, and that's embedded within the collective bargaining agreement, which prohibits contact with players for the most part. And he wasn't used to that in his day. That should be altered significantly. Maybe you can get around it by, and this is something else, maybe you can get around it by use of virtual reality or the internet, which we didn't ask him about. But it is there, and it's clearly an impediment to what he wants to do. He's He not only said that on several occasions during the interview, the press conference, but his furrowed brow indicated a very real frustration with the situation. So we'll see what happens. But Jon Gruden can get away from his past and structure a very bright future, not just for himself, but for Oakland and the Raiders.